Hi guys, good evening. In the last video, I would really like to apologize for having a lot of background noise, but still, I can assure you that from the upcoming videos, I will check and make sure that the background noise is limited or reduced. In the last session, we had seen what is React.js, how to install the various softwares used for React.js development, and we have also seen a basic program. In this session, I'm going to introduce you to something called as JSX, and then I'm going to tell you about advantages of JSX, embedding a script in JSX, how to add attributes in JSX, how JSX is converted into object notation at the runtime, and how JSX is used for preventing the notation. Before introducing to React JSX, let me show you the code. So in this JavaScript code, I have created an element called const element. In that, I am directly assigning some HTML value in it, HTML tag in it. So what is this? In React, people call it as JSX. JSX is nothing but JavaScript XML. So React, from the official website of React, it has been said that React embraces the fact that logic for rendering and the UI is coupled together, like how elements are rendered, how the status managed, and how the data and the other properties is displayed from the server. So when thinking of JSX, you can think it as an element, or you can think as a template syntax for this. Instead of putting the markup and logic for building the UI into separate files, what React has done is they are creating something called as component, and they are separating the component in different files. We will see more about this component in the upcoming videos. Now, from the sandbox, I will show you how to embed a React component, React JSX. Now, I'm putting my browser. In the browser, I'm going to the default index.html page. Here, instead of app, I'm going to render something, the same thing that we had done yesterday. Oops, I am a JSX element. Now I'm going to render this element in the React. Let us wait for some time. The browser output is getting refreshed. Oops, spelling mistake. That we need to render like this. Sorry about that, I made some mistake. Instead of directly oops, I understood what has went wrong. Let us wait for it to get refreshed. See, I don't know why this syntax wasn't working, that React strict mode. So to use JSX directly into a render, you can create something like this const element, and inside h1 you can use that element directly as a variable for React render. This is a basic code on how to render element into the view. Now let us see how to embed. Now let us see how to render a variable in a JSX element. For that, we are going to the browser and I'm assigning a variable value for John Doe to the name variable, and I'm passing the name variable directly to the JSX expression. To pass a variable to JSX expression, you need to use the curly braces. It is not that only variables can be rendered in a JSX. We can also pass a method to a JSX expression. You can also pass any valid JavaScript to it. Now we have seen what is JSX and how to render a value to the JSX. Next thing we are going to see is that we have seen embedding in JSX. Now let us see how to pass attributes to the JSX element. To pass an attribute to JSX element, it's simple like passing the name variable to it. Simply you can pass anything like class name. It is a valid HTML attribute. Name will be, I can pass any value like small. So when you inspect this script, you will see that class name is set as small. Now let me check if there is anything to debug this. This is how you need to pass any value to the JSX, any element to the JSX. Next thing, we will look at now we are seeing how to pass an attribute to a JSX. Now let us see what are the advantages of JSX. The main advantages of JSX are it will prevent insertion attacks. It will prevent insertion attacks. It represents an object. Under the scene, it uses Babel to convert the ES6 syntax into a normal JavaScript syntax. Expressions can be passed to, variables and other function JavaScript expressions can be passed to JSX expression. By insertion attack, what I really mean is that let us see that in action in code. So when we are getting some value from the, right now we have hard-coded this constant name as a constant. What if in a situation where we are getting the username from the user input? So at that time some users might do some JavaScript code like, but when you normally embed this in a normal JavaScript, you will see alert allow. But when you are embedding it inside a JSX, that alert allow will be compiled, and we will not get that alert allow. This is what we call it as insertion attacks. If you see here, we are not getting any alert allow. Instead of this expression is evaluated and the value of the expression is being passed to the JSX element itself. This is what we call it as insertion attack. Something like this. People can use a malicious code to to prevent some users from entering malicious code into the application. As said behind the scene, when you are doing a constant element, what it is happening is it is converting that normal JavaScript expression into, when I do this, behind the scenes what React does is this is how React redefines the JSX into an object. It will create something like a constant class equal to constant element equal to React. It will call react.createElement. It will pass what are all the values that we had used in the above expression, the line number 4. What it will do is we have since mentioned it as h1 tag. It will pass h1, then it will say if you are providing the class name, it will provide the class name here, say like class name will be small, and the actual attribute value that we have passed hello world. Behind the scenes, this is how React converts this JSX into a React object. As said earlier, all the elements in the UI are representation of React elements. That's it for today. Your comments and suggestions are welcome. So please feel free to drop your suggestions and comments in the comments below. In the next video, we will see more concepts from React.js, and we will see how we can use these concepts in the real application. Thank you for watching this video. Hope it helps you to understand this. Thank you.